Welcome to the Truth is Easy podcast, where we celebrate life,
love,
and flyness. I'm Reina Shaunte.
And I'm Doc.
And we're the Massards. You might know me from the Darman videos and my best-selling book, Finding You in Every Script.
You might know me from my podcast called the B&C Podcast.
And you might know us from the TikTok videos where I'm the star.
And I'm running for my life.
And another thing, we're happily married. I created this podcast with my honey because we have some awesome conversations during date night.
And so we're going to drag you along for the ride.
We're about to go where no couple has gone before.
No couple. What you mean no couple?
Can you just go with it?
I'm just saying it's no.
But
Can't say no couple.
You always have to say something. Like, I don't say. You always ask me.
But tell the truth. You know what? The truth is easy starts now.
All right. So today we're going to talk about two things: remembering Queen Tina Turner. I can't even explain how she has impacted my life, but I will try. I remember being a little girl. And one of my first memories of Miss Tina Turner is watching her videos at home at my grandma's house in the living room. And there was this jukebox media platform on TV that people used to call in and they picked the video and they paid for it, but I had no money. And I was like, please, I hope somebody call. And they would call that video in, 20 times a day. And I would be ready. And I had me a wig from the thrift store.
Wait. Hold on.
Huh?
How old were you at this time?
I was 7 or 8.
So you was buying wigs at 7 years
old? I wasn't buying
old?
a wig. Somebody had a wig. I don't know whether it was my grandmother, my mother, my aunt. Somebody had a wig in the house. I found it.
Okay.
And I threw that thing on. And that was probably the first experience I had with it. Y'all know I love my wigs now, okay?
So that means I never stood a chance of meeting you without.
Never.
Okay.
So
But she has hair. Like she has like her
I
real
got some
hair.
hair, but I love wigs. And so that's the thing. Y'all don't know how this woman, Tina Turner, has affected my life to this day. So I remember that and just enjoying seeing her just be confident and beautiful and sing. And she was rough too, you know? And she was just everything. She was everything. And those legs and that beautiful smile. She was so inspiring, to my life. And I really am so grateful that I experienced her. She was the Beyonce of that day, I must say, right?
Here we go.
Of the 80s.
Okay, so for y'all who don't know, she's a part of the Hive.
See, he says that.
Because she says stuff like this. There's no way you can compare everything to Beyonce. Ooh, babe, that's the Beyonce it is. Ooh, babe, Beyond Meat is the Beyonce of fake meat, plant-based foods. Everything is the Beyonce of something if she thinks it's dope. That sounds hivish to me.
Come on, because Beyonce is Beyonce. Like, what can compare?
And we're talking about Tina Turner.
What
how we get on
Beyonce?
Beyonce?
To Beyonce. But that's what I'm saying. That's how amazing Tina Turner was in her heyday. Now, even up until her late 60s, almost 70 years old, this amazing, incredible woman artist, she was out there on tour in heels, running on this platform and swinging off bars. She just was a force of nature.
Wait, hold on. So, Tina Turner.
Yes.
In her 60s.
Yes.
Running in heels.
Oh, yes.
Where was this happening?
Probably in Europe somewhere. She was so huge in Europe. Now, we know how famous she is here in America, but she was even bigger in Europe.
I did not know that.
Yes, and that's what I loved about her too, is that she didn't let anybody put her in a box, you know? Like, she experienced life all on her own terms. She was from the South, right? But she had this accent, and she was like, yes, darling, yes, I would always go to Switzerland for my ski trips. You know, she don't go to Aspen, she goes to Switzerland. Yeah. And then she had this accent. You wouldn't even know she was from the South. She did not let anybody define who she was. She was amazing.
All right, so just so that I know that if we are in public spaces and you break out a Tina Turner-ish accent, you gotta let me know.
You know,
because I'll be like, she having a seizure.
I'm so inspired. I'm learning different languages. You never know what accent might fly out. But the thing is that I love how she lived her life. I love how she lived it unapologetically. She had dual citizenship as she was living in Switzerland. Yeah, she was an incredible legend. Icon.
That's amazing.
Queen.
So I'm gonna be real. Y'all finna. I might get canceled if anybody actually know who I am. All I'm saying is the only thing I really remember of Tina Turner was I would see her on the videos when I was a kid, and I liked her legs, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's dope. And then when Angela Bassett did what's
yes, come on, Angela Bassett.
Everything I know about Tina Turner's like actual life or career, honestly, is from that movie. So if they was lying, I'd be like, yeah, she used to do that. Yeah, so I don't know.
Angela Bassett played the heck out of that part. She should have got an Oscar for that role.
No, that's facts.
I did not even know Tina in that way until Angela Bassett played that part, and so convincingly. With every fiber of her being, she played that woman. Oh, it was so good. And then Lawrence Fishburne, he played Ike.
Yeah, he did.
So both of them was going at it.
He's iconic.
It was
because
an amazing movie. It was so
the greatest
good.
lines. So I wonder when you're that kind of icon, right, and you see people playing you, like in your heyday, maybe she was flattered.
Yeah.
I don't think Ike was too flattered.
Well, I got his own issues, okay? But Lawrence, hello, Lawrence played the heck out of that part.
He played that
okay?
role. So,
and that's African American culture, and now it's American history, literally.
Sure.
It even surpasses like the color of your skin. It's an amazing life story that we can all relate to on so many levels, right?
That was the real stuff that OJ was trying to reach, but Tina Turner really did. He's like, I ain't black, I'm OJ. Well, the Tina Turner is rock and roll.
Yeah, she's the queen of rock and roll, right? They literally gave her that title.
Is that right?
She is queen of rock and roll, and just think how many rock and roll people there are. Okay, come on, we talking about going back like to the Beatles, Rolling Stone. Like, Tina Turner is queen of rock and roll. Come on.
I'm going to Google that. But okay, so in general, though, we wanted to give a big salute to the possible queen of rock and roll, but an American icon, a musical genius and legend, Queen Tina Turner.
Yes.
Rest in power, and to her and her family.
Yes.
You know, I really, really wish you the best. You know, I'm curious, right? So I wonder if we can say that for sure, she lived a really full life.
Oh, yes.
Right? She died in her 80s, everything like that. And I wonder, is it really tragic? Like, is it sad when somebody dies like late in life and they lived a full life?
The thing is, she did live a wonderful, full life. I will say that. And she had 80 years, just like the Bible says. The Bible says you can get 70, 80 years. So she got, like, her due, and she lived it fully.
She did.
She lived it fully. So, but the thing is, like, when your grandma passed away. Nobody want their grandma to pass away. It's sad. You don't want to never let grandma go. Grandma, don't go, grandma.
However,
it's
if
the same as
you can't
Tina.
say grandma is too soon.
I mean, but it's always too soon. Because you just want those people to stay with you forever. But the thing is that because she has left such a legacy, Tina will always be with us spiritually, right? Her music.
Musically, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, she has left a legacy for us to live on with. I mean, I didn't say this, but I won my first karaoke contest with Rolling on the River. Left a good job in the city. So,
y'all, I don't know if you know how close we was to spending a whole 9 minutes just with her singing. We're not gonna do that. We're not doing this.
Come on.
We're not. Good. Yes, that was Queen Tina saying.
I don't even know how did you do that, Tina girl. Tina, how did you do it? God bless your soul. Ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody gonna ever be like you, honey.
She is not only a musical icon, but also a really, really wonderful testament to people loving themselves, caring about themselves, mental health, emotional health, strength, and being able to make some really tough decisions for your own betterment.
To save her life.
Yeah,
and she did it. She created her own life, her own existence. She didn't just take what life gave her.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? She was in some bad situations, and she did not allow that to define her. She created a magnificent life, and that's what we can all learn to do. For sure. You know? For sure.
You know, I think that bleeds into our second topic of the day.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Which is...
What is that, honey?
Scary. She's like super nice. Like, was kind of in the garden a while. So, it is finding your soulmate.
Yes.
All right.
Well, how do you attract your soulmate?
Okay.
More specifically. Yes.
All right,
yes. So what do you think are ways? Well, first of all, what do you think attractive means? What do you think that means, my love?
I think that when you think of what's attractive or it's something that's attractive to you, something that makes you happy, it gives you a sense of peace, it lifts your spirits, it lifts your emotions, right? So like honestly, whenever I see an Aston Martin like driving, like I have to look at that. Like my eyes like automatically go to that. You know,
that's so true.
We be in the car or something like that. She's like, "What you breaking your neck for?" And I'm like, "That car. You see that car right there? It's So for me, it really is something that brings you happiness, brings you joy, may remind you of something positive. What about you?
I think you're onto something. I think because attractive, it doesn't necessarily have to be something sexual. It doesn't have to be what you're another person, and having to be with another person. But it's just what it is that you feel makes you feel good, and what it is that you love, right?
Yeah.
So yes, Aston Martin. Actually, and you stole that from me. Aston Martin is sexy because that is like the essence of me, honey. So whenever I see an Aston Martin or even like a F-type Jaguar, baby, because that's how I feel on the inside. That's what I'm attracted to. Is sexy, sleek. Ooh, child, it's fire. So, but attractive to me, it just means that it's something that you're drawn to, and you have to be close to it. You have to be near it because it just makes you feel something on the inside, right? It ignites you, right?
All right.
Yeah.
So as we talk about the level of attraction and then attracting your soulmate, okay, how do you combine those two, right? Like how do you, because people are attracted to a bunch of things,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily mean that they will get that thing or something that somebody that you may be attracted to may not be your soulmate,
Right.
They just
That's
something
true.
that you think is cute or
Yeah.
fun or whatever. But so like, how do you think that you use that?
Well, I think there's a lot of elements that go into attracting your soulmate, right? Well, first it starts with you and what it is that you like. Now, we've already told the story of us meeting. You know, we were on set, and I kind of recap, but we were on set. I was playing the lead part, and it was a court scene that I happened to notice him in, and he looked so good. He was dressed all good, and I was looking at him. He was looking at me, and I was like, for sure, he gonna come over and talk to me because we feeling each other, and nah.
I had a plan. I had a game plan. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, I think that first it started with the visual, right?
Yeah.
I saw someone who I thought was beautiful, and the one main thing is that he looked familiar to me, and this is something he didn't like, because when I told him that, he reminded me of my uncle, who is one of my favorite people in the world, but he's definitely my favorite uncle.
Time out. Okay, so did nothing nasty happen with her uncle or nothing like that, right?
No,
but I thought
he
it
was
was
a great
super
uncle.
weird. I thought it was super weird on our first date. And she's like, you remind me of somebody so much. And I was like, okay, she gonna say like an actor or a ball player or something like that. She said, you remind me of my uncle, though. First of all, I didn't have all of this. Like, this wasn't all white. You know what I'm saying? But like, first off, that's kind of creepy. Why do you want to be out with your uncle like that? And then I was thinking, oh, that means that's the new way of saying, oh, I see you as a friend. Because I'm like, I'm not trying to be your like friend. I'm trying to know you.
In a biblical way.
Know you. But then when I did actually get to meet your peoples, and it wasn't a lie. It still was a little bit of creepy just because I'm a dude. But like, I do look like I could have been born in your family.
I mean, literally, and it's so true. And I think that's the thing. I think little girls that grow up into women look for familiar people, especially in physical appearance as well. So it starts with your daddy. A little girl is in love with her daddy. Oh my God, I love my daddy. Daddy's a little girl. That's the thing. And so I did. I love my daddy very much so. And my uncle was just like my father. Yeah. They're like twins, but they're like 15 years apart. And then he looks like their little brother. You know what I mean? So I was just like, and I know, my family is a good looking family. So why wouldn't I be attracted to someone who is good looking as well as remind me of people that love me ever since I was born, So
what I'm saying? She did her thing, tall, dark, and handsome. I did.
So he is tall, dark, and handsome. Now what is handsome? Let's break it down. What is good looking about this? Come on. What?
I don't think people is blind. So
they
it's all good.
They blind. What y'all see? What y'all see?
You see the profile?
Is it the goatee? Because the gotoe is fire now.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't cut off that goatee. I don't know. We're gonna be on the rocks if you cut off that goatee.
But I got a good smile. I got a good head. I have a good bald head.
He has a nice bald head.
Like,
you have a nice bald head.
So Jesus is my barber. So I wanted dreads, y'all. I did. But like Jesus was like, nah, I'm gonna give you the wave. So okay, cool. But I got the head. I got the skull for it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody
He bless you with that.
So,
God bless you with that.
They got the nostrils.
He got some nostrils on.
I can breathe. I can breathe. So I'm not gonna pay a shot on it.
He got yes.
And then I have this wonderful smile.
You have a beautiful smile.
And that is not paid for.
So
that's COVID,
So when you break it down, I mean, like you said, you have a nice bald head. You have a very manly, structured face, and the nostrils as well. I mean. It's strength. It looks like strength. That's what women are attracted to is strength. Someone's gonna protect me. Your height. He's 6'3".
Excuse me, 6'4".
Oh, excuse me. I forgot about that.
Ma'am.
That inch. Let me add your inch. All right, and I'll raise you in. No, but 6'4". Okay, 6'4". And so that is very attractive to a woman because we like to feel protected. We like to feel like we're a damsel in distress or something like that. Even though there's some whatever feminists out there. I like to feel like I'm fragile and I need to be taken care of. I love that kind of thing. So to see a man so broad and he looks like he can protect me, that's definitely attractive. It's definitely attractive. And your smile is beautiful. It seems like he was very happy when he was there in the space, talking to people. So that's attractive as well. He's not like this creepy person just standing on the side just staring at me, but he looked at me, kept on talking to his other people that he met, and that was very attractive. Now what about me? What do you think is attractive?
First of all, again, the people's not blind, right?
Blind.
Now everything didn't look like it looked now when I met her, but I was smitten. Right, she reminded me of Robin Givens when I first saw her. And I'm an extra. I'm just kind of peeping game, and I was like, man, she tough. She tough. And so she was, she's statuesque.
Yes.
While she is not a tall woman, she's not. She would like to say she's medium height. I would say she's little.
I'm medium.
She's standing
I
against
would say
me.
medium compared to all women. So.
But healthy.
Yes.
I
have an athletic build. I like to take care of myself.
She dressed well.
I love to dress nicely.
Beautiful.
Yes. I like makeup. I mean, I'm very curvy. Maybe a little curvier than I was before. Because women like to enhance. We like to enhance ourselves, whether it's a makeup, whether it's a hair, whatever. We like to look nice, and we like to feel. So that's the thing too, is that's what's attractive, is a healthy body, a healthy curvy body. I mean, because like your breasts are for making babies, having babies, and feeding babies. That's attractive to a man on a deeper level. They don't even know, and like for a man as well. You look at a man and says, oh, he's a protector, he's a provider because of just how he looks and the attention that he gives you. You know that he's going to take care of you.
I think there's, because we're almost up on it as far as time goes, but I think that there's some elements that we definitely want to hit on, right? When it comes to people attracting their soulmates, is one, you have to be in a healthy space.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
because you can attract a person,
yes,
but not necessarily your soulmate if you are in a tore up place.
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying that anybody's ever going to be perfect, but I am saying that when you are in a place where you're a complete person,
yes,
when I met you, you were on a set or a movie set. It was something you loved,
yes,
something that you're passionate about, and so you were in a good place. You were in a good headspace.
Yes.
Me, I was living my best life,
yes,
so I was very much so in a happy place.
Yes, you were. You were.
So we were both happy and healthy,
loving
and doing
ourselves,
something, loving ourselves,
self-love. Yes,
and so that you can then like-minded love will attract one another. And so I think that when people are looking for their soulmate, you shouldn't have to drag somebody into your existence, and they don't have nothing in common with you.
Right.
No similar happies or no similar things that they're interested in doing.
So. No, that's great, and I do want to say, because we knew we were mature, or at least growing into a place where we were getting whole, getting to a great place for us, not for anybody else, but for us, that we knew what it is that we wanted, and we weren't going to settle for less.
Absolutely.
Because we already experienced, some things less,
right?
We already experienced less that we were not going back to, right? So my husband interrogated me before and after our first date, and during. So
look, when you make a bunch of mistakes the first time, my ex-wife, she's beautiful physically, beautiful woman. Her former, what she like to say, former husband,
yes, former,
is a very attractive man physically. And so, okay, cool. It's got to go beyond that, though.
It has to go beyond that.
I did not make her happy. She didn't make me happy.
Right.
He didn't make you happy for long.
Yes.
And you didn't make him happy for long.
Right.
And so you have to find.
Go beyond that.
You gotta know what's up.
Yes.
And so that was my thing, is I need to find out who you are. Yeah. Besides just being fine.
Yeah.
Super fine.
And I think through those questions, he really. Yes, thank you, baby. You too. And he really tailored our time together, and I appreciated that. He tailored our time together. We went to a Caribbean restaurant, which I know that probably came out because my dad's side is from the Caribbean. So we went to a place where it just felt like home. The food was good. The music was good.
They had very cheap. And so it was a very inexpensive buffet, and I was like, yes.
Well, we both know that God had a hand
that he did.
Us getting together,
for sure.
And for sure from the beginning, that was the best date for me. For me, that was the best date. When you were just thinking about the price, yes, I was like, wow, this feels so right. This feels so right. And then the last thing I want to leave with you, ladies and gentlemen, is that it is in his kiss. Honey, baby, sugar pie. When I had my first kiss with my man, I knew y'all, like on a spiritual, soulful level, I could see our future together. I really could, because it was all there. It was all there. And I knew I was already a good kisser, but it was something that I had never experienced before with anybody.
Well, let me tell you something. And I'm crazy about mine, right? So don't try it on this. But she kissed me in a way that made me be like, do she kiss everybody like that? and if she do, I don't care. I gotta find out. I need to know. So when she hit you boy with the Heisman a little bit later, and she lived across the country, she moved from Virginia to California.
And he waited.
I sure did. I waited until I got back and I had to find out. Sometimes you gotta pay that price.
That's right. Was he patient? Is he patient enough? So all of these things, I feel like they can help someone get on track to finding their soulmate and attracting the right one, right?
Yeah, so it's about loving yourself. Be happy, be healthy, continue to do those things that are going to improve you.
Yes.
And then you will find people of like interest, of like mind, like energy, in that same space.
Exactly.
And then don't be afraid to be honest and take chances.
Right.
Because I didn't speak to her the first day we met on purpose. That was my plan.
Ooh,
I had a strategy.
sneaky,
You know what I'm saying?
sneaky.
Sometimes you gotta get, but you roll the dice. Because it could have happened. She could have been like, nah, this dude, I don't know what's wrong with him.
Right.
He'll see all of this.
It's true.
So,
it's true. Yeah.
Sometimes, and I know some ladies don't feel like they need to approach a dude, and okay, cool. She approached me, and it worked out.
I did.
For our
and I had
mutual
never done it
benefit.
before. That's why I know it's something that was higher than us that had a hand in it. I've never done that before. Never did it after because look who I'm with. So
You did like.
I know, and I reached out to him, and that was the best decision I ever made in my life. It really was, yeah, for sure. So thank you guys for joining us for our first episode in season 2. And I just think we need to leave the people with, said we're rolling, yeah, rolling on the river. I'm gonna say it one more time. Said we're rolling, yeah. Rolling on the river, rolling on the river.